Oh, hey, Soph. What do you think, bird? Hey, bird. What doing? Oh. What do you think? What do you reckon, bird? Oh, bird, that wind's a bit frisk. Bird. Oh. Hey, bird. Give a little noble angle. What do you think? Yeah, look at that. Bird nobility right there. Hey, everybody. Hey, gang. It's us. What do you think, bird? It's us. It's the three of us. Me, her, and the overbite. What do you think, bird? Sophie. Yes, yeah, that's extra noble. Look at that, look at the nobility. The poise. The emails. What do you think, bird? Should we change hands and change cameras? What do you think? That way we don't accidentally photograph the female if she's in the kitchen. Ready? Okay, here we go. Look, you jump on there for a second. You stand on... No, that's not what I'm talking about. You stand on here for a second, thank you. They're like that. Ahoy! Ahoy, hoy! Yes, biff it. Yes, biff it. Biffs. Biffs are good. Why am I doing that weird voice? Dunno. Twitch being weird. Oh, when is Twitch not being weird? Bird. What do you think? Oh, I think that wind's a bit much. There's something floating at the bottom of her water bowl. Couldn't chat first. Oh. Twitch. Hello, hi, come on in, everybody. I can't help but notice that you still haven't sorted the overbite. It hasn't escaped my attention. Good. Is it floating? Yeah, actually, yeah. Is it floating well at the bottom? It is at the bottom. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a bit of beef. I think it's a bit of beefy strip. But it's gone all pale and gross. It's gone like... Bird. Huh? Right. I think it was once a proud piece of beefy strip, but now it's just like... pinky goo. What's this? How you feeling today, bird? What do you think? Gross beefy strip cast. Yeah, you're tuned to cast. Hello, hi. Welcome in. Meat goo. We go live to Meat Goo Cam. Mystery meat. Oh, workplace chunky. Hey, buddy. Oh. You should offer a bum warm. You should offer a little... Put your hand out, see whether you get a little bum warm. A little chunky bird on your hand. It's very nice, isn't it? Rolls. I love a completely chunked out squirrel. Just like, damn, that squirrel be thick, yo. like really, really not hench, just biffer. Just like look at that state of that squirrel. Oh, feeding nearly word. They come round. They do come round. Robins are, yeah, they're the sort of bird you can feed. You can sort of like coax to come near you, sort of thing. I always like the robins that happen to be passing when you're digging the garden. When you just like, you're just digging stuff up. Hello. And the robin's just like, oh, hi, I was just passing. I was just in the neighbourhood and I noticed you're doing some digging. I'll just stand here if that's okay. And just sort of like stand there and watch you dig. Only had human food. Ah, there's your problem, you see. There's your problem. What do you think? Are we bum warming? I think we might be. And perch on the shovel. Yeah. I mean, it's such a cliche, isn't it? It's such a, it's like you photograph it and you're like, oh, I've just taken the same photograph like every single person has ever taken. They're helping. You've got to say it in the Ralph Wiggum voice. You're like, I'm helping. We're feeling quite chill today, aren't we? It came out this morning. It was just like, oh, it's you. Hi. Yeah. Bum warm's nice. Cheers. Thank you. Oh, some food. Yeah. Cheers. It was all like, this is perfectly normal behaviour, not... Wasn't it? Breakfast has arrived. I remember years ago, there was, my workplace had a thing where they had a competition for the company Christmas card, like a photography competition for the works Christmas card. And I put 2 entries in. I put one entry in of just like a frozen bramble, like ice crystals on like a frozen bramble branch, and one of a robin sitting on the handle of a shovel. And the robin one didn't make it through the first round because everyone's just like, God, that's a cliche. Look at that. Yes. Yeah, they do. I think robins do. I think they like to sort of like sit in places where they can see lots of things happening, and they're watching for things wriggling. And just like, oh, I'm having that. Yes. Yeah, it was a nice photo, but it was, it was properly cliche. It was properly like, oh, look, a robin on the shovel handle. Yeah, I've only seen 800 of those this week. But yeah, it got disqualified because it was just too cliche. It was just okay. But the bramble one won. My bramble picture won and was my company's Christmas card that year. But shenanigans is brewing. I can hear squirrel shenanigans somewhere. Christmas cliche. I don't know. I think there's a bunch of like comfy Christmas cliches. I think there's a bunch of like, nice cake, those little satsumas, that kind of thing. Hey. I think there's a bunch of like comfy Christmas sort of cliches you can have. Wildlife wise, yeah. But the day of reckoning for the overbite. Well, look, I am super paranoid about coming in here with a pair of nail clippers. I will use the nail clippers as an absolute last resort. I will only use the nail clippers if it begins to impede her functioning day to day, sort of thing. Because I am still trusting in her to do it, to fix it herself. The idea of coming in here with a pair of nail clippers and like grabbing her and clipping it gives me what we call in the trade the heebs. I don't know. especially because I know my bird guy is off. I would still like to have fingers for Christmas, and I would rather not cause an unnecessary veterinarian event. You know, it's one of those sort of things. Yeah, it would be massively squirky. It would be very, very squirky. So it is thinning. The beak is, the overbite is visibly thinning. So it will break off of its own accord. Like, I trust it to. But yeah, I would. Yeah, I know my bird vet is off until like the 6th of February or something. 6th of January. So if you have surface stand, wishy sand, yes. That's the hope. We already have a bunch of like biffable objects in the background, and I'm bringing her things to necessary veterinarian notification. Yeah, amazing first album, but they really lost their way on the second one. I think I just believe they were unhyped too much and do birds feel anything? They can feel pressure. No, like you would feel pressure through a fingernail. You would, if you put your fingernail on something and press, you're aware of the sensation of the pressure increasing. Necessary vegetarian event. Yeah, I've had a few of those. You know, if you press your fingernail on something, you're aware of it, not in a fingertip way. So yeah, they are. Beaks and fingernails are made out of pretty much the same stuff. So where'd you go? Damn it. So yeah, she can definitely tell how much pressure she's putting on something through her beak, through the sensory organ in her upper and lower jaw. Yeah, meh. She can feel when she's scrunching my nose up. Yeah, not pain. No. Well, I've seen birds with bits of beak missing and they've been fine. I've seen birds like Morris the magpie. His bottom and his upper and lower beak, instead of being together, are like extremely like that, and he's fine. He can eat and drink, no problem. So obviously, if you were missing like the whole of your beak or something like that, then that's going to prejudice your survival. But yeah, I mean, clipping it there certainly wouldn't hurt her. It wouldn't hurt her in any way. There aren't any nerve endings in it or anything. But Morris the magpie is on Twitter. If you have a little Google search for Morris the magpie, he's a lovely boy. He's yeah, he's got a wonky beak, bless him. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Oh, Morris is imprinted. You can tell he's imprinted. But yeah, Morris would probably, if he wasn't imprinted, he would probably be okay in the wild with that beak, because it's not huge. It's not like or anything. But he would be at a disadvantage. I've got honey on my hand. I had some honey on toast before I came in. Got that sort of like weird Greeky feeling you get when you touch honey. What doing? Ah, I see. I've sat on the stool, so there was magpie business. Hang on. You got Jordan McMorris and Steely Magpie. That is a massive oversimplification. They're not all. Actually, yeah, no, they are. He doesn't tweet a huge amount. No, he only tweets like once or twice a week. But he's around. He's around, and good man. He's a good lad. Okay, so we're taking grown-up bites again. Not all magpies. Oh no. And we're throwing it on the ground still. That's still a thing we're doing. She's eating well. But there's a bit of blueberry right back here. Can I interest madam in some blueberry? There's a mealworm stuck to it. Of interest? Weirdo. It's all about the kibble, isn't it? What do you reckon, Boo? Yeah, maybe. So yeah, the Exchange server's up and running. What doing, bird? What do you reckon? You sure I can't interest you in the bit of blueberry before it goes off? It's nice, and blueberries are really expensive this time of year. I know, we're in the warp tube. It's all about the mealworms, isn't it? Yeah, it's all about the mealworms. I'm going to leave the blueberry here. She's got a little corner here where she likes to stash food. She likes food stashed in this little corner piece, but she also likes a little bit of food left there. So what's going on over here? Hey, you two. That's Con doing the honking today. Oh yeah, I stash every day for her. Every day I leave her little things to find. She has a bunch of like stash places and corners and things, so just, yeah. So yeah, every day I'll stash something in some of the corners. Shouty lad. Yeah, this email's gonna find you. You can run, but you can't hide from the email. Yeah, there's a wild behind me. There's quite a lot of tail flipping going on as well. There's quite a lot of like, hey. Connect to some other crow. That's quite strong. That is pretty good. Secret magpie trousers. Okay. Chunky's awake too. And the boiler is running. I do apologise for the whooshing sound. The whooshing sound you can hear is our central heating. It's the fan on. Oh, okay. Are we just standing here now? Is this with the thing? We just. With no one paying attention to you, bird, and you're getting the myth. Is that the thing? You're getting a bit of a face on because no one was talking to you. Let's move the chair out the way. Come on, because I know you hate my chair. You hate my chair nearly as much as you hate my knees. So let's put the camera there. Change the camera like that, and then go crouch cam. Crouch cam classic. There we are. You see? Crouch cam classique. Old-timey crouch cam with real crouch. I know, right? I know, you hate my knees. The knees are evil and must be punished. Bird, what doing? I notice this cherry twig isn't doing a lot of business. Yeah, well, normally when we have this camera angle, I'm sitting on a little collapsible stool. But your bird hates the stool. Your bird really dislikes me sitting comfortably. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm on the balls of my feet and I'm crouching. Which is something I can only keep up for a few minutes before my knees start to explode because I am 48 years old. My knees are 57, but I'm 48. And yeah, and after a while my knees start making weird crunchy noises. Just effing chat for Baddy's knees. Bird. So yeah, Sophie doesn't like the stool particularly. I think she takes it as like a little bit of a slight when I sit on it or something. You just hate me being comfortable, don't you? ails me is how few mails Sophie sends. Very rarely does Sophie send emails. She'll respond a few times, but very rarely does Sophie send emails. You're more of a dictated without being read kind of missive, aren't you? That's the thing. That's the thing with you. You don't maybe not working on that, but you don't skip knee day. Bird, what do we think? Oh, you know, during Breecast, she buffed up on me. She did a proper, in terms of reader seats off, that's very wise, that's a very good setting. The fact that that isn't the default is terrible to me. She buffed up on me during Breecast. She later on that day did a proper pellet, did a proper no fooling bird pellet. So she had a nice old blur brewing, didn't you? Get it out your system. Yeah, read receipts, just really weird, sort of like passive-aggressive. The sender of this email has requested a read receipt. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Bree seats. Approved. Yeah, it's backside covering, and I won't have it. I always say no to read receipt sending. We did briefly consider switching them off in Active Directory. We did briefly consider writing a global rule that just switches off Outlook's ability to send read receipts, but there's something our business does that relies on them, so we couldn't. Burp. Yeah, if you have a legitimate business need for a read receipt, then completely fair. And, you know, I can see how they're a useful thing. But just like ours are off by default, so the user has to select to have them. So if you're just emailing me about something I've said I'd do for you last week, you don't need to switch read receipts on. That is passive aggressive, and that behavior needs to be educated out of you. You know, that behaviour needs to be prevented, because that is douchebaggery. I know, right? But yeah, if you legit need them for the work, then yeah, 100%. I'm feeling the overbite. I'm also getting very short shrift. I'm trying to clean your beak. It's very thin. It is a very thin little bit of overbite. But we're all obsessed by it. No touching the beak. Get off me, weirdo. Get off me. No, that's weird, bird. Don't do that. Please don't do that. No touchy. Okay, good. I'm glad we've had this talk. How do you keep getting grot on your beak? You can feel a ridge there as well. You can feel like there's like a tiny little fault liney ridge on it. So like, it's a bit like that today, isn't it? I know. Little bit grey, little bit quiet, little bit like, don't know. Comedy at Campus Sophie's Overbite, yeah. Or one of those or one of those web pages that is just like a big yes or a no. Like, is this still happening? Yes, no. Bird, my knees are exploding. Why do you hate my knees? I love the way you can hear it when one of them feeds the other one, where like Rory feeds Con. You get that noise. Yeah, that noise you hear is normally Rory feeding Con. Yeah, it's the sound. It's the sound birds make when they gluck food down. When they sort of like glunk, glunk, glunk food down. That's the noise. Oh yeah, it's a bonding thing. It's a familiar rule. It's a thing family members do to each other, sort of thing. So like they consider each other. Yeah, show affection amongst couples. Yeah, that's a far better way of explaining it. Con's got a lot of emails to send. I think he might have set up a multi-level marketing scheme or something. What do you think, Bird? Is Con doing Tupperware on the quiet or something? Con is a con artist. Strong. Con's doing the Amway. God, I hope not. I'm going to break up that. Oh, right. Look, Bird, I'm sorry, mate. I am going to sit on the chair, okay? I know you hate it. I know you hate the chair. But my knees am exploding. There you go. See, the moment I sit on the chair, magpie business. Where's my sleeve wet? Yeah, I know what you mean. I need to set up an out of office. I need to set up my usual sort of like, hey, yo, I'm off from this date to that date. Don't be Teamsing me. I'm serious. Don't Teams me. Out of office message. Because someone always Teamses me. Just like, unless it's on fire or has fallen off a wall somewhere, you best not be Teamsing me. I'm serious. I know where you live. Sort of conversation. You get Teams it. Yeah, of course. Squirrels got zero chill on squirrels. It's like, yeah, I reckon I can land that. Crash. Hey, I landed it. Okay, and we're off again. The best one are the people who Teams you despite you being in a meeting or in a video call or something like that, just to follow up. It's just like, what you're thinking about sending, the thing you're sending is an email. Or they Teams you at like 8 in the evening. Just like, oh, I just Teamsed it so you'd see it in the morning. The thing you are describing is an email. Do not be disturbing me while I'm watching TV at 8 in the evening. I don't get paid enough for that. Now let's get you in the bin. Let's get you directly in the bin, where all the trash goes. Isn't that right, Bird? Right, in some, I think it's France or something. Actually, like, it's illegal for your workplace to I mean, it seems because your out of office is on. Yeah. I think it's France that says like it's against the law for your workplace to email you out of business hours or at weekends and that kind of thing. Pretty great. What are we doing, Bird? Are we doing a small noble? She's got two weird little feathers. I don't know whether teams. I've got Teams on the brain. I don't know whether Twitch is picture quality is good enough to show you, but she's got like two feathers on the side of her head that catch the light differently. What are we doing, Bird? Should we go over here? Come on, let's go over here. Let's go up here. Let's not because you're rubbish. Oh, legs. What do we think? Yeah, that wind is a bit spicy, isn't it? You know when you get 'em, you know when it's blowing. Right, come on, bird. No, that's the other pocket. It's the other pocket. It's the lolly stick. Oh, it's the lolly stick pocket. It's not the popcorn pocket. And also, it's Monday, so it wouldn't be the popcorn pocket anyway. Okay. Right, gang. Look, I got to get back to it. Thanks for your company today. If you've just stumbled across us on Twitch, and you'd like to follow Sophie on Twitter, her Twitter handle is @BreeSophieBree. Or if you prefer, you can just go to sophiethemagpie.com. So cheers for coming, gang. We'll see you tomorrow for another micro Bree as we edge ever closer to the event. Cheers, gang. Stay safe. See you tomorrow.